1988 wasn't just a year, it was a hit container. Bands found a new creative peak and gave us unforgettable anthems that will remain engraved on our hearts forever. Today we're going to be revisiting 10 unforgettable songs that are still amazing almost 3 decades later. Get ready to weep, sing, and dance because here we go. These are 10 rock songs from 1988 we will never forget. Number 10, Sweet Child of Mine, Guns N' Roses. The boiling scene of Sunset Boulevard gave us one of rock's biggest bands, Guns N' Roses. Born in the epicenter of the 80s musical hurricane, but fueled by raw power rather than hairspray, they were destined for fame. Sweet Child of Mine was the song that opened the door to nationwide success. It's the third single of their debut album, Appetite for Destruction, and their first and only Billboard Hot 100 #1 single in the US. Before being a hit, the song was a warm-up exercise. At the demo stage, producer Spencer Proffer suggested a breakdown. Axl Rose saying jokingly, "Where do we go? Where do we go now?" The rest, as they say, is musical history. Sweet Child of Mine has driven generations to tears, and it remains one of the band's most iconic songs, an undeniable part of their legacy. Such a classic song, isn't it? Watch out for number 9 though. Number 9, Cult of Personality, Living Colour. This Grammy Award-winning song by Living Colour assaults the listener from moment zero with a ferocious guitar riff and heavy-hitting huge drums. Cult of Personality was a lightning bolt of inspiration one humid afternoon in the band's Brooklyn loft. The entire song was created in a single rehearsal session. Their musical proficiency and Corey Glover's outstanding vocal performance on this track generated shockwaves in the scene. The video won 2 MTV Video Awards and received heavy rotation, granting the band sudden coast-to-coast recognition. Vernon Reid's virtuoso guitar playing creates a different texture, proving Living Colour had more than tight tights and crazy hairdos to offer. His use of the whammy bar, the expression of his lyric-like melodic motif, and the speed of his shredding on this solo put him on the map as a promising guitar force on the rise. It's guaranteed this fan favorite will keep us rocking at parties across the globe. You didn't expect that song, did you? The next one is a sing-along classic. Number 8, Bad Medicine by Bon Jovi. As normal as it might seem now, seeing fan footage at a concert was extremely rare in 1988. When Bon Jovi set out to make a video for this pivotal song in their career, they chose 250 fans and gave them cameras to record the show. But that's not all. The band took the 10 best filmmakers on tour through California that summer. But beyond the fireworks and the outstanding vocal performance, Bon Jovi remained close to their followers, cementing their reputation as New Jersey's working-class heroes, setting the stage for timeless success and a lifelong career fueled by amazing songs, unforgettable performances, and an unbreakable bond with a loving audience. What started as an acoustic jam between Richie Sambora and Jon Bon Jovi transformed a heartbreak story into an arena-ready anthem that still sounds big and proud today. The interplay between the stacked vocals of the band and John's impeccable, powerful phrasing gives it dynamics, edge, and an unmistakable sense of hope. There's always light at the end of the tunnel, and probably a Bon Jovi song blasting the speakers to help you shake your grief with, too. I know I'm still singing the chorus, too. Now it's time to get heavy. Number 7, 1, Metallica.
What is democracy? What is democracy?
Got something to do with young men killing each other.
When it comes my turn.
Mainstream media ignored thrash and heavy metal for years, but one outstanding show at a time, Metallica slowly built a reputation and a cult of loving followers. One would change that forever. 1988 was the year they would finally push through indifference and reach the masses. Metallica performed this Grammy Award-nominated song at the 1989 ceremony, and it was the first time thrash was played in such a fancy setting.
The 31st Annual Grammy Awards.
I can't remember anything, can't tell if this is true or true.
The song is inspired by the 1939 novel Johnny Got His Gun, and the video, which received heavy rotation, was nothing like the rest. It featured scenes and a dialogue from the sepia-toned original movie. Metallica was making not only a bold statement, but also musical history.
Hold my breath as I whisper dear. Oh, please, God, help me.
One was the lead single of their hugely successful Injustice for All album. It was meant to be somewhat radio-friendly. The label, Elektra, forced the band to cut it short from 7 minutes and 27 seconds to 4 minutes and 58. This led to accusations of them selling out. Lars Ulrich answered, "Yes, we sell out everywhere we play."
To the time when I live, head to the truth that sticks in me.
Metallica's fast ascent into metal stardom made way for a new era for heavy metal. One was the first step into that bright, successful future. And the next artist has plenty of that. Number 6, I Hate Myself for Loving You. Joan Jett and The Blackhearts. Desmond Child was an 80s prodigy. Songs like I Was Made for Lovin' You, Livin' on a Prayer, and Bad Medicine made him the hottest songwriter of the decade. He co-wrote this song with Joan Jett, who brought her raw punk attitude to a track that sets the mood with a vibey upbeat drum fill that gets feet moving immediately. The band's heavy guitars and Jett's daring, gifted, ferocious vocals make this song a timeless hit. The guitar duties, including the solo, were recorded by Mick Taylor, the former Rolling Stones guitarist. Producer Kenny Laguna dialed in a perfect mix of danger and edge with a bigger-than-life, stadium sing-along chorus. The song remained for 26 weeks on the Billboard Hot 100 list, 6 weeks longer than I Love Rock and Roll, and it was used for the NBC Sunday Night Football, bringing this rock anthem to family dinner in most homes every Sunday. Here we are, halfway through this waterfall of timeless hits. This is the right time to take a second and share your most precious 1988 memory. Did we miss your favorite artist? Let us know in the comments too. We would love to hear it. While you're there, give a shout out to the whole class of '88 and subscribe to the channel. We're a growing community keeping the flame of rock and roll burning. Let's go to the top 5. Number 5, Handle with Care, The Traveling Wilburys. Can you imagine a writing session with George Harrison, Bob Dylan, Tom Petty, Roy Orbison, and Jeff Lynne? That really happened and turned this song into a historic icon in music. George Harrison needed a song and picked up the phone. When a Beatle calls, people show up. It all started with friends at Bob Dylan's house, eating a barbecue and passing the guitar around. One line led to another, and they ended up at Dylan's garage studio. They recorded the song for a B-side, but soon after realized it was too good to be left as just that. The music video by David Leland, shot in sepia tones, became a fan favorite on MTV in the late 80s. It helped new generations discover old glories and revitalized Petty's and Dylan's careers. Today, it sounds as fresh, effortless, and beautiful as it did back then. After all, it's music royalty at its best. Did you know about that supergroup? I bet you're going to sing the next one. Number 4, Is This Love? Whitesnake. Whitesnake tore open their hearts to deliver one of the most emotional power ballads ever written. It became an instant sing-along hit for the band, making every stadium crowd a sea of flickering yellow lights. It's one of those songs the band couldn't stop playing, an absolute fan favorite.
I can't stop the feeling, I've been this way before.
The songwriting duo, Coverdale Sykes, was at its all-time creative peak, and producers Mike Stone and Keith Olsen gave it the epic sound the song needed. The tune, written in a minor key, feels intimate enough to touch an emotion, but layered, distorted guitar tracks and a huge drum sound make it big enough to haunt audiences by the thousands. The guitar solo ends in a triumphal 2-guitar harmony, making the song reach new heights. As a fun fact, Is This Love was written for Tina Turner, but music industry legend David Geffen told Coverdale it was just too good to give it away. He wasn't mistaken. The song went on to become number 2 on the US Billboard Hot 100 singles chart. The next one is a party anthem that has been blasting out the speakers for decades. Number 3, Pour Some Sugar on Me, Def Leppard. No 80s party playlist is complete without this song blasting out of the speakers. This is a party anthem that defined an era, the epitome of late 80s rock and roll lifestyle and swagger. Although it's one of the band's most successful songs, it was brought to life by accident. During a break in the recording studio, lead singer Joe Elliott picked up an acoustic guitar and sang the hook over it on the spot. Producer Mutt Lange, a well-known perfectionist, stopped recording, broke the schedule, and dedicated the next 2 days to creating one of the band's greatest hits ever and polishing it to an insane degree. They tried to mimic the Run DMC Aerosmith crossover for the verses while exploding into a rock and roll celebration in the chorus. The song became an instant fan favorite and went on to occupy the 2nd spot on the US Billboard Hot 100 chart. Eddie Van Halen on piano? You won't believe the song coming up. Number 2, When It's Love, Van Halen. When Sammy Hagar became Van Halen's singer, the band was reinvigorated with a polished, modern, upbeat yet melodic sound. Once known only for his guitar pyrotechnics and wild live shows, this formation of Van Halen reached a new audience, ready to embrace this new era of the band. Making it to the top position in the Billboard mainstream rock chart, the song became a steady number for the band's live shows.
We think a lot, but don't talk much about it till things get out of control. How do I know when it's wrong?
All recordings were done in Eddie's property. The production was in the hands of Don Landy, who knew very well Eddie's 5150 recording studio because he designed it himself. The song starts with a slow piano progression that morphs into a distorted, upbeat rock and roll riff. Sammy Hagar's soaring lead vocals take the song several steps up. In fact, during the recording of the video, he sang it so loudly that he hurt his voice and had to cancel the show the next day. The solo for the song is just another statement to add to the list and proclaim Eddie Van Halen as one of the best guitarists in history. He reminds us of how lucky we are to be around at the same time he was. When It's Love is one of Van Halen's highest career points, and an unforgettable song that will live forever just like him. Rock and roll is a wild animal, and the next band shows it in this classic. Number 1, Desire, U2. Desire was the first song to top the modern rock tracks and the mainstream rock track charts at the same time. It also won a Grammy for Best Rock Performance, but beyond awards and chart positions, it brought U2 back from theatrical arena performances to roots clap-along rock and roll.
Over the counter with a shotgun. Pretty soon, y'all, everybody got one.
The band recorded the song twice, a demo in STS Studios in Dublin and a polished version in A&M Studios in Los Angeles. The one that all of us heard and love is the first one. That raw initial energy and rocking vibe captured live translates perfectly to the listener. The polished LA version sounded better but lacked spirit. Desire put U2 back on the map for younger generations who had missed the band's early hits. It reminded the world that they're not only a rock and roll band, but one of the best around.
Just remember all of this could be yours. I know because I own it.
5-lane freeways.
1988 wasn't just another year for music. These songs are proof that music made with the heart can endure for decades. They still sound loud and proud today, and with your help, they will continue to haunt generations. Want more great music? Check out the rest of our videos and enjoy a nostalgic journey to a time when music was our everything.